Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello. I can hear you. My name is Ian
Yeah, my name is Nhan Lin. I am from Myanmar.
from Myanmar. Fantastic.
Yeah,
Did you say, what was your name again, just quickly?
Nhan Lin. Yeah.
Mian Lin. Okay.
Yeah.
So I see that
So
you have a lesson.
nice to nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you too. I cannot see you. I can only see your lesson. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So today I want to ask you some English. I'm reading a books pressed by Oxford University. In
Okay.
this books, some phrases made me understand. So can you help me to understand the phrases?
Of course. Of course I can. Well, I can try. I
Yeah.
hope. I probably.
Yeah, 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 yeah. If they are not familiar with you, you can skip it. It's okay.
Pardon?
So yeah, you can skip it if you don't get it or you
Okay.
are not familiar with them. It's
No
okay.
problem. No problem.
So
Okay.
I have just sent you from the message box. Do you see the
I
phrases?
see.
I
So these are the phrases you'd like
Yeah,
to speak about. Okay.
that's right.
So to bring up a subject, so brought is the past tense of bring. So to bring something
Yeah,
up, it means to
yeah.
introduce this theme, this topic, this subject, just to introduce it into the
Oh yeah.
conversation. Yeah.
So bring up bring up somebody means to uh, to take care of somebody to adult, right?
From childhood to adulthood, yes. So to
To
bring
Yeah,
somebody up, we can also say to raise somebody. Usually a parent or a family will bring up the children.
yeah.
Yeah.
That is why I'm confused. Yeah, bring up the
Yeah.
subject.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you can bring something up. It means to
yeah.
introduce the new topic, the new subject. Yeah. So
Yeah.
we say, for
I
example, some advice might be um, it's best when you speak to somebody who just had divorce. Do you understand divorce?
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah. So don't bring up divorce in this conversation. You don't want to remind them of this thing. Or
Yeah.
don't bring up religion and politics in a new dinner party, for example. Yeah. So
Okay. It's
don't
it's
bring it
very
up.
serious. Yeah, it's very
I,
serious. Okay,
I mean,
I
in
got
this
it.
case, yeah, you could cause problems if you bring up this subject. But
Yeah.
you can also say, oh, I'm talking to my friend later. I will bring up the question of the party. Yeah, you say, oh, yeah, we want to invite him to the party. I'll bring it up with him or up to him, you can say.
Oh yeah. So you
Okay,
made brilliance or example. Thank you.
no problem. Okay, so we have here, he talks at me.
Yeah.
So what do you have some confusion with this preposition at? Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
That's right. I know he
So
talked me, but I don't know what he talk at me means. Yeah.
So generally we use he talks to me, to talk to or with somebody. And this is to have a
Yeah.
conversation. If somebody talks at you, if you can
Yeah.
imagine somebody who is not listening to you and they just want to tell you what they want to say, it can be quite negative. It can be, he never listens to me, he just talks at me. And we
Yeah.
use at in this case, for example, if you shout at someone when you're angry. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's not a conversation two ways. He's only talking at you, towards you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So usually it's the distinction. You're not talking to me. You're talking at me. Please be quiet and listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when I was in my young age, my mother talked at me.
My
Usually,
mother, yeah, she usually talked at me. She didn't talk to
she,
me. Yeah.
she
And we
usually
often say both. We often say both to make the, the word emphasis.
yeah.
Yeah, so we say not talking to, you're talking at. And this can also work for shout. If your friend is far away and you want to speak with them, you would shout
Yeah.
to them. This is polite and normal with friends. Whereas if your
Yeah.
friend did something bad and you're very angry, you will shout at them.
Yeah. I got it.
Yes.
Thank you for explaining.
No problem. Okay, so to draw them out. Do you have some context for these phrases? Do you
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah. Let me read the whole context, the
Okay.
whole sentence. So if you are making polite conversation with someone you don't know well, trying to draw them out by asking about their interest.
Okay. Okay. So this is a strange use of words. So you have draw, which usually is with a pencil making pictures.
That's right.
But to draw can also be one way we use this word in this way. When you go to the doctor and they want to take some blood from you,
Oh yeah.
the nurse will put, I'm sorry if you don't like these injections, but they will put the needle inside and they will draw the blood out with the suction. And so if you want to draw someone's personality out, we often have this expression, draw them out of their shell, like a snail or a crab. You want to draw it out of the shell, and then you can see everything, and their personality will come out. So this is what it means in this case.
Yeah. So if we can make somebody draw, we can make somebody draw somebody out. We can see their true personality, right?
Yeah, or maybe before they were just shy, and you want to make them more confident. You draw them out of their shell, and yeah. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So well, what kind of person makes somebody draw out? Draw somebody out?
How can you? What type of person draws people out? Maybe a happy person, a polite person, someone who makes the other person feel comfortable. That they want to. Okay, I feel relaxed and comfortable. I will show you my true personality, or I will speak more.
Yeah. Yeah. So the teacher should draw the student out. Can I in this way?
To draw the student out, yeah, to draw them out of their shell is the whole phrase usually. Yeah, to draw them out, to make them speak more comfortable, relaxed, and they tell you more information.
I got it clearly. Thank you.
No problem. No worries. Okay, so take over in this case, right? I can only think right now of one meaning, so just check that it works with the context that you have. But to take over, it means to take control. To become the leader of this thing, or you can do it. It can be violent and aggressive. For example, sometimes you are in Myanmar, so sometimes military people might try to take over the government. You might be familiar with this idea. But you could also, for example, I'm finishing my job this week, and the new person will come work together before they take over my responsibility. So it doesn't have to be aggressive. It can be planned as well.
Yeah. So, to take over means to control the situation. Yeah.
Yeah, to become the new person who will be responsible and control the situation, to lead this.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, great. Here we have come across as.
Yeah.
Okay, so okay, please.
Let me read the whole sentence. Yeah. Mm-hmm. You will come across as a dominant bore.
Come across as a dominant. What was it? Dominant.
Bore. B-O-I bore.
Boy.
Let me write it out.
Of course, no problem.
Thank you for your patience.
No problem. Bore. So firstly, a bore is somebody who's very boring.
Yeah.
And a dominant bore. So do you know the word dominant?
No, I a little bit confused. Yeah.
No problem. Okay, so dominant, we have maybe the opposites, dominant and passive, or dominant and submissive. So if somebody is dominant, they usually are leading the situation, they are controlling, they are the boss, or at least their personality is like this. And someone, the opposite, submissive, they will be waiting to someone to lead them, or someone to show them, or tell them what to do. So if someone is a dominant bore, in fact, this is like this expression, they will probably talk at you. They will talk at you about boring things, but they are very confident and they're taking over the conversation.
I got it.
So if you come across as, it means you give this impression of your personality. So you can come across as happy sometimes, even when you're sad, but you would like to come across as happy so that everyone is fine in this conversation, not thinking about you and your sadness. You might want to come across as professional in your job. So you want to give this impression.
Oh yeah. So come across mean create a impression, right?
Yeah. So we often use it in the negative. So make sure you don't come across as, and then some bad impression, some bad personality. But you can also say, I want to come across as. But in this case, it's like to come across as, it's almost like it's not true or you don't know. So we often use it in negative to say, hey, make sure you don't come across like this, like this kind of person.
Oh yeah.
Okay, right. And then the last one, to jump in with another question.
Yeah.
To jump in with another question, I mean, maybe in a strong way, it might be to interrupt with a new question.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, we often use jump. For example, people in slang, we might say, I'm going to jump to the shop, or I'm going to jump in the shower. It means kind of quickly with some purpose, but really we're not jumping. It's just some idea. Jump or skip.
So in this context, if you ask somebody a question, don't jump in with another question before you have heard the answer to the first one. Yeah.
Yes. So don't interrupt. Don't jump in before. Yeah. Don't be too quick with the next question.
So don't butt in, right?
Don't butt in. That's another one. Yeah. Interrupt, butt in. Yeah. But you could also, for example, in a business meeting, we can use this to interrupt politely. You can say, excuse me, can I just jump in with one more question? So you can use it in a polite way as well. May I jump in with another question? Can I just interrupt? Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for your explanation. Your explanation is very. So can I ask you one more thing? So
sure, whatever.
Come across as I stay a little bit confused. The phrase, a very difficult one, right?
It is. It's a tough one because in different contexts it can be slightly different.
Yeah.
Would you like to try and use it in some example, and I'll see how it sounds?
Okay. So I don't want to come across as a martial artist.
A martial artist?
Yeah.
Like someone, a fighter?
Yeah.
I think in this case, I don't want to come across as a martial artist. I would need to know some context why. So for example, if you don't want to give someone the impression that you know a lot about martial arts or that you are a professional martial artist, because it would be a lie. Yeah, I don't want to do that because it would not be true or it would not help the situation properly.
Okay. I got it.
Yeah.
I got it. Yeah. So I don't want to. I don't know about the computer too much, so I don't want to come across with a computer expert, right?
Yeah. Or maybe you have a bad day at work and you meet your friend's friend for the first time, and you're complaining and depressive because it's a really bad day at work. And then you can think later, oh no, I came across as a negative person. But I'm not really a negative person, but in this situation, that's how I came across to them.
Yeah. I got it.
So,
yeah, carry on.
No, it's fine. I've just realized there is only 20 seconds left of this lesson. So,
I want you to call, I want you to call sir.
Okay.
So thank you very much. You helped me a lot. Yeah.
No
Have a
problem.
nice day. Take care.
Yeah, you too. I'll send you my reservations list if you want to try and book another lesson. So lovely
Bye
to see you.
bye.
Bye-bye.